Welcome back to the 12th episode of the Redshift Realm series. This is another building episode. Unlike last episode, which Sam did, we are not going to be doing any more armors or any of like our hobbies. We're going to be building, we're going to be grinding, we're doing tasks off the task board. Today, we are going to be building hiking areas and little shacks on Timber Hill. If you remember from our Canal Village episode, Timber Hill is the little hill behind that.
Yep, that is precisely correct. And as a little introduction to new viewers, the aim of this series is to provide a nostalgic feel similar to those old series where it wasn't hyper edited and we're just making progress on our sick realm that we have been creating for the last few months.
Exactly, I'm giving you a little tour around the Bay Area, which is our main base. You can see we've got our main entrance here, massive pillar, our atrium, which we have filled with shulker boxes, filled with stuff to take to Timber Hill, which is just over that ridge over there. It's not too far away.
Let's head to the information office at the Skyway hub so we can see where Timber Hill actually is.
Of course. We'll go along the low way, which is one of the first skyways that we ever built in this realm. You can see the information
and the most frequently used.
Is right here, indeed. This is our information office. We can go around the back here. You can see down into the water. Got a little book here about the history of the skyways. We've got the speeds. Got the different stations that we've got. This is where we want to go. Timber Hill. 720 blocks thereabouts away. And you can see on the map, Timber Hill is about there. I think just before the raid farm.
It's actually after the raid farm, I think, like you can see here.
Is it? I apologise, it's just after the raid farm, just before the redstone farm. Just about here. So it's further away than I thought, not just over the hill. So over there, in the previous episode, we built the inn and the start of the Great Orient Road. So the Orient Road should curve around into Timber Hill in the latter stages of its construction. So let's give you a quick...
Well, to be fair, probably the early stage of its construction.
Sure.
Considering it is a 6,000 or 10,000 block road.
You can see this is where Canal Village is with the finished house. The roof's looking a bit goofy back there. Doesn't matter, I'll fix that. This is what I thought was Timber Hill, but no, Timber Hill is much bigger. It is back here.
Indeed, this is Timber Hill. So we're going to show you what it's like now. Or you stop.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
It's very laggy on the realm because I've just unloaded work at the Greek island for the upcoming video, and it's a lot of armor stands, and it's a lot of decorations and a lot of lag. So if Sam's lagging out a bit, that's probably why.
I ain't lagging out on my screen, but I think the realm is probably in a dire state right now. But it should be all good.
Kind of floating around, but it doesn't matter. So this is the start of the hiking trail. So you can sort of see it's got a bit of like natural habitat, like natural fallen logs. It's very dense foliage with the trees and the different styles. We kind of want to get rid of the birch, I think, because it's white.
I don't mind leaving the birch. I don't think I'll plant any more.
Yeah, because
I reckon we leave it how it is, but we can make it more dense. It needs to be even more dense.
So making it more dense is definitely a strat, because we've got little sections here that are just completely overgrown, and there's a whole flower forest in the back here that I think I'd want to cover up with trees and stuff and foliage.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah, so over here I want to sort of get this area all treed up, all really, really dense, but with hiking trails, with like the little paths and the gravel bits and like signs around. And then obviously having like viewpoints as well. So there's a little valley here. We have like a little thin walkway over here, probably make it look very cool.
Yeah, I reckon we'll make different hiking trails with like different levels of length and like difficulty in that sense of sort of like, you know, green, amber and reds for sort of the length experience of hikers, stuff like that. So a steeper trail maybe.
Yeah, so obviously down here as well, the sort of bottom of the hill, it's still sort of dense, but it is quite flat. So this will probably be
Where are you?
At the bottom of the ocean. So this will probably be where like the inexperienced, like novice hikers would go. It's just flat. You've got a nice view over the ocean. We turn up our render distance.
Although it is quite steep to get up to the station from here.
True. Let's turn it to 25, which is the max the realm allows. You can really see across the ocean. There's a little tiger biome over there. But this is quite a deep ocean, so probably not much to see in the horizon.
So I think, yeah, we'll just create different routes around here. But I think definitely that whole meadow at the back should be made because this otherwise the forest is pretty small. So we'll make it a lot denser. We'll have loads of decorations. I think we'll just get like a bunch of flowers from the flower farm and just spam them all over the place to add some colour.
Yep.
But we're gonna need a lot of resources for that.
Exactly. So we're gonna continue going on the Skyway up to the bone meal farm.
Yeah.
I think which has been shown. I'm pretty sure. So it's not gonna be a
Yeah.
spoiler. So I'm gonna hop on that and we're gonna get some bone meal. We're gonna grab some saplings as well. Whoops. Saplings from the tree farm all the way over there.
And flowers.
And flowers from the flower farm. So we'll grab that now.
And then after that, we're going to have to head back up the northern skyway to the northern tree farm to get, like, mine up a bunch of oak leaves and stuff from there.
That is true, yeah.
To get a bunch of saplings.
Yeah.
Alright, I was going to say also to the viewers, Merry Christmas, you all. It is coming up in, like, a week or so. So, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'm not sure if we'll have another episode out closer to Christmas, but if we don't, Merry Christmas, everyone.
My Greek episode should be out around Christmas. But yeah, no, from today, it's about 8 more days until Christmas. So, yeah, if you celebrate it, definitely have a happy Christmas.
Yeah. Pretty fun time.
We have got lots and lots of shulkers of flowers, of bone meal, of of everything that we need from this section of the world, our industrial district. We're going to go down the Skyway, up to the right, up to the north, up to the northern tree farm. We're going to get loads and loads of saplings. It's going to look so good. The forest is going to look so dense.
Oh my Jove.
And we've fallen through. Welcome back, guys. We've finished the time lapse. Sam has got loads and loads of resources for the base and for the hiking at Timber Hill. Let's have a look at the bounty. All the leaves and saplings for the oaks. All this wood. Bit more wood. A lot more wood. Lots of spruce. And lots and lots of spruce saplings. This will all go back to the base along the northern skyway towards the south, though, this time. We're going to send it back and show you the route that we will take. Let's go.
Exactly. Let me quickly drop these so you guys can see. Stay there a second. I'll drop these tools and you'll see just how much I used those when cutting down the trees. I was grinding for a solid while.
Guys, these netherite tools, they are really, really durable. And
I'm breaking through.
Yeah, exactly. Sam has been grinding for ages.
Precisely. They not like Dutch. They not like Dutch. They
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. We are back at the base. Let's just deposit this in the auto sorter system, and we can leave this going for forever.
Indeed. Indeed. I will keep this one, the oak leaves chest, because this has got the saplings in that we need.
Yeah, I put in that, and I've got all the flowers made of the tree as well. Right. Let's get a move on to Timber Hill. Luckily it's raining, so we can take the short trip. Just sort of riptide over the mountains. Let's obviously avoid the snowy bits.
Oh, I'm in the snowy bit.
Yup.
Oh, Canal Village is just looking so voluptuous.
So for real. Both of us riptiding in the air.
Precisely. Right, I'm at the station. The very not lit up station, I must point out.
No, Timber Hill is probably one of the most desolate places on the realm, I think.
No, I reckon the station, you know, the station at the deep forest. I think that one's pretty out there. It's just in the middle of the deep ocean.
Yeah.
Really.
I've blown that up quite a few times.
Same. I think, yeah, we probably do a hiking trail. So from the station, I think we keep the station pretty small, probably. Then we'll probably make like a building maybe over here. So if I like
a little
dig
cabin.
out just a little, yeah, just a tiny little cabin with like a couple of maps of fruits, if we could potentially make one. Like if we just make a new area to do a map, we'll just build it over the Skyway map.
Yeah.
We can just make like route maps.
Yeah. Okay. And then down here towards the ocean, I think I said previously, I just want to smooth this out and make like a sort of novice hiking trail just through these trees. Make it not too difficult. But obviously light it. We're going to light it all up. We're going to get loads of lanterns, all sorts of flowers. It'll be really, really nice.
Yeah, I reckon the issue with having it novice like that is going to be the way down. It's quite steep. So we'll probably have to make like a really nice, like easy to walk on stairway that goes down.
That's true, that's true. Alright, so we'll go back to the base now. We'll gather some resources that we need for like the huts and stuff. And we will cut back once we made the first bit of progress on this trail. Let's get into it. See you guys later.
Adios, fellas.
Welcome back. We've built the hiking cabin at Timber Hill. We've also done 3 or 4 new hikes around 5 hikes around the area. Going up there.
6 are planned.
Of course.
So
we have fully decorated this place. It looks fantastic. We've got the little day passes and stuff. We've got the key to label each walk. We've got the signs outside which tells you how difficult a walk is, how long it will take. We've got books ready to map out the hikes. We've got keys, we've got tickets in here. It's looking quite cozy in here as well.
Why don't we have a look upstairs?
Of course, I did this entire thing with the multicoloured windows and the plants. It looks quite
nice. It does
nice.
look very fresh.
With the overlooking the ocean. Alright, let's go upstairs.
What's this? The Rangers' sleeping quarters. There'll be 2 permanent rangers in the forest, looking out for forest fires or injuries along the trails, which is why these trails cost money, because the rangers of course have to be paid. So 2 rangers over here, and to bring in a little more cash for the upkeep of trails, we've got a lodging cost which is 25 copper per night, which is, if you didn't know, copper is our sort of 1 Great British pound in our currency on this world. Lapis is 10 and diamond is 500, I believe.
Maybe
Anyway,
I'll toss up the conversion rates. So yeah, we've got a little bit. We've got signs around which sort of tell you what to do if you're here on the realm. So obviously to sleep, because there's quite a few trees around here. There's a big risk of forest fires if lightning does strike.
Yeah, like I am.
Anyway,
sorry. Yeah. So I'll say the way the routes start is that 4 of the routes are going to start down this passage here to the east. One route starts down there to the west, and the route that we haven't completed yet starts up here, going up to the top of to the top of Timber Hill, which is going to be our longest route. But don't go up there yet. Coming down. So the first route I'll show you, I want to go through these rather quickly, even though there's a lot to see, just because we've got a lot. So the first route is going to be Hillside Stroll. So you see there, this is our naming scheme. So the first letter is a difficulty. So that's easy, medium, or advanced. And the second letter is the estimated number of hours that the walk will take. So you see that it's going to be a medium walk that takes 2 hours. So coming down here, as I said, this part of the walk is featured on many different walks. So through here, to the right, we have Hillside Stroll. So let's continue up here. This is why this walk is a medium walk. It's because it's very steep. You have to go really steeply upwards this whole hillside in a very short space of time. And then going through here, we weave upwards through the trees, just a little bit higher. See the quite low leaves here. And we join up with this rest of this walk. And I call this part of the ridge walk, because on both sides it goes down and you walk down the ridge. This is a bit of a complicated part of this area, so you just follow the sign for all routes here, and we'll go back. So a lot of routes do end at this exact point right here. So heading back round, we can see this bench here, Hilltop Rest, and we walk all the way down here, back to the lodge. So I hope you enjoyed that walk. It's the shortest walk that we have here, and obviously if you're walking that as an actual hiker, it would take 2 hours rather than about a minute. So Chris, do you want to take over Glade Trek?
So yeah, so Glade Trek, it sort of goes around this part down the bottom, so not up on the ridge. So let's sort of head down. So Glade Trek's down here. You can see it's an easy walk, and it'll take approximately 3 hours in-game time. So as usual, we're going to go down here along this bridge, which, yeah, 99% of the walks start across. Although it actually goes down instead of going up like the Hillside Stroll. So we go down this nice staircase here, continue along. We've got benches periodically scattered around just to have a good view. Most of the benches come with obviously a nice view. You've got the whole ocean around here. You've got a tiger in the back over there. So let's continue down along the path. Got a sort of steep gradiented staircase. Sorry. And we're going to go all other routes, because we're not going to go on the Gorge Traverse just yet. So there are 2 routes down here, the Glade Trek, which we're going on now, and the Waterside Amble. That's another route which goes along the water edge. So let's just go up here along this side, and you'll notice it's very dense. So I'll go into F1. So it's almost fully cut off from the surroundings, and welcome to the Glade. So we've sort of modelled this like the Glade in Maze Runner, which is like the massive square in the middle where all the people hang out. And this is sort of the same thing. It's just a massive open area in the middle of hugely dense, like forest, jungle almost. Got a couple of benches here. Not as good views as the ocean one. But
a lovely place to hang out though.
Exactly, it's still quite peaceful with the lanterns and flowers.
Tranquil, quite central.
Yeah. Alright, so let's continue on. Sort of this dense sort of section down here. And you come to the staircase at the end. And it's sort of a quick walk up. Still among loads and loads of leaves and densely populated jungle. Not populated, but just dense jungle. And, okay. And it sort of links onto Waterside Amble. So Waterside Amble goes all the way down there. Right? The Glade Traverse, or what is it? Glade Trek, just sort of shoots through the middle of it. So, yeah, so we sort of link onto the path and just continue up here. And we'll end up at the lodge after a few minutes of walking. just up here.
There you go. So, do you want me to take over Westside Wonder, and then you can do Seaside Amble after that, or Waterside Amble?
Yeah, alright, let's do it. So, West Side
Alright,
Wonder... Yeah, go on.
so Westside Wonder starts over here. So, obviously, completely different section of the woods. This one's quite separated from the rest. So, we'll head right down here. Although we did just come here, this goes off in its own area. So, you see Westside Wonder. This is the route we just came back up. But this is going to the left. So, these are the West Side Woods over here. So, you see the first bench we come to is Crescent Pit Stop. And if you sit on the bench, you'll see why it is Crescent. See the shape of the path. It's rather nice around here. As you go further along here, you'll see another bench, which is a Skyway underview, just giving you views, not necessarily always over the Skyway, but mostly over the beautiful ocean and the southern shore of the Southern Ocean. And over there, right in the distance, you can see the top of the manor house over at Canal Village, which looks really cool, even though it's really, really far away. So, continuing along this route, we start to see this what's it called? What's this called?
Valley?
No, it begins with C. Canyon. This canyon on our right here. So you see this canyon on our right. It's very steep, very beautiful sides. But we're moving away from the canyon as we go deeper into the West Side Woods through here. You see there's a lot of flowers. It's a very lovely woodland. And as we continue along, we loop back to the right, going towards the canyon. But look at this. This is very steep. We've got to have some fences. We don't want anyone falling off because there's lava right at the bottom down there. Pretty dangerous. So as we go through here, we see two benches come into view, both called Canyon View. And these two are some of the nicest benches around. Look at these lovely views they have over the canyon as the sun sets on Timber Hill. It's very, very nice. Absolutely lovely place to sit down and have your lunch about halfway, maybe a third of the way through the walk here. If we continue on, we can see it's quite flat elevation, you know. So far, you're wondering, why is this a medium rating? It's 5 hours of medium rating. Why is it medium if this is so flat? Well, you'll see, it does get a little steeper. So we come through here, still winding through the forest, getting quite deep into the forest now, further and further in away from the canyon. And here we have this bench. Deep forest bench. It's not as dense as the glade, but it's very deep into the forest and a lovely place to relax. But you'll see in a second why this is a medium rated walk. Look at this, we have some quite steep ascensions through here as we weave up the west side of Timber Hill. Go up, we see this long staircase here. This is quite a tiring one right at the end of the walk. Although we pop out onto this ridgeway I talked about before, we follow the signs for Westside Wonder and all routes down here. And we continue down, same bench as before over here. This is a lovely part of the forest. And we walk all the way down this staircase back to the good old hiking lodge. And there you go, that's Westside Wonder, a lovely 5-hour walk, quite lengthy.
Alright, let's probably go to bed, because there are quite a few unlit up areas and they're spawning a few mobs who I don't want exploding or anything.
Alright, you take Waterside Amble this fine morning over here.
Okay, cut this bit out. AO62 has left the realm. Get that bad boy back on.
No, I had to, because to sleep.
Oh, fine, okay. Right, uncut! Right, let's show Waterside Amble now. I'm going to come down from the staircase. Obviously close it up. So again, Waterside Amble is the exact same route as our other 4 routes. Just down these steps across this tiny bridge, which is pretty useless, but fine. Down here again, like the Glade Trek. Again, we've got the same bench, got the waterside views, but we are gonna go alongside the river now instead of through the glade. So we're walking down here. It's the same thing as before. It's just lots of flowers, not as dense as the glade or other parts of the woodland because we're going alongside the sea, and obviously the sea is salty, so it can't grow too many trees. So walking along this side, you've got amazing views of the whole tiger jungle over there. You've got stony
Southern
shores
Ocean.
here. Okay, calm down. Stony shores, and we've got a new site. We've got ancient remains. Now, this isn't a walk. This is actually an ancient mosasaur spinal column, which I built. I didn't discover. I didn't discover it. Um, I think
Point
it.
of intro.
I think it adds a bit of nuance to our like server, a whole bit of lore about I don't know ancient sea monsters that come from the depths of the ocean. And it would have been cool if it came here naturally, if it was generated here, but it wasn't.
And the cool thing about this place, stand right here and you get a lovely view of how far you've come all the way from the hiking lodge.
That's very interesting, isn't it? But
Pretty
obviously,
fascinating.
hikers aren't allowed to climb it, so
Of course,
get
you
down,
climb.
get down. Right. So we're gonna continue on with the water amble. The wrong way is going down this way, in case you get too dazed staring upon the ancient remains of the mosasaur. So we're gonna wander down here. We've got a lot more animals spawning because it's obviously dense, so the population of the animals will just spawn. I'm yapping. Right, continue walking up, and we will meet up the Glade Trek walk eventually after this. After
Steep
clambering up
ascent.
these steps. So you can see obviously water amble will continue on this way. Glade Trek comes down from here. So we're just going to shoot straight back up. Straight back up the mountain, back to the hiking lodge. And now we've got one more walk to show, I think.
One walk remains. My personal favourite thus far.
Of course, it is again down this way, but we're shooting a different direction to Waterside Amble. It is the
Indeed,
gorge.
this walk-
is the gorge traverse.
This walk goes in a different vein. This was the first one I actually did. We can see here is an advanced walk, the only advanced one thus far, and 6 hours. So buckle your seatbelts because this walk is going to be a proper excursion. Alright, Chris, do you want to take the first walk up until the gorge and then I'll take it after that?
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay, so you get the gist. Down this bridge again, down these steps, past the bench. You've seen it before 100,000 times.
Such enthusiasm.
Right, now we've got gorge traverse down this way. Go through again more jungle. It isn't as dense. The trees are quite tall around these parts because obviously the gorge has a lot of fresh water instead of still water. You've got a lovely pre-gorge rest stop, which is a really thought out name, isn't it? Just staring at a tree the entire time. Which is lovely, it's fine. This is why it's advanced. You've got quite a few steps to go up, down again, and this is the first part of the gorge.
So I'll take this one from here. You can see these fascinating railings here that cover this part, but no, not over here. So you could fall there, that's fine, but not that part. So this, you can see up on the left here, the gorge is really high on the left, not the right so much, but later on that will come in, looping over the top. So we can see this is why it's an advanced walk. Look at the amount of ascensions you have to do in these parts, up and up and up. And there's trees, and to your left, you know, you've got big caves right there. And you're looping around, you just look at the scenery. Look left and right up here. There's overhanging platforms in the sky, and the right wall is starting to become really tall as well. You're properly down in the gorge. But unfortunately, this part is very steep, and it'll be very tiring for a regular hiker. As we go up, more steps right here. It's rather dense over here in the gorge. And we got more steps, and more and more, and we're going further and further up. Steps cut into the mountainside. You can see our Y level increasing 106, 107, all the way up here. Step after step, and all the way up here. This is an incredibly tiring part of the walk. Very steep, very long. And finally, we come to Gorge Overlook. This, right here, this bench is a great bench to be at after you finish the most difficult section of the walk. You are right up here, and look at these beautiful views over the Tiger, the gorge, the Skyway. So beautiful. And as we go through here, we can see the next part of the walk. So if you didn't know, this little circle of trees is actually the peak of Timber Hill at a lovely Y level of 120. But that's not what we're here to do. So let's continue past the peak of Timber Hill. We don't actually go up there. And down through, this is the ridgeway, the original part of the ridgeway. You know, left and right, like the slopes go down. And we see gorge traverse. This is the hillside route that came in. We can see here's hillside stroll came in from that direction. We can see the west side wander came in from the left, and all the paths congregate. This part you've seen a lot. You come around here, hilltop rest, and down we go all the way to the hiking lodge. How splendid. That is one of my favorite trails, if not my favorite thus far. It is so enjoyable to hike. Very long, very advanced, but if you have the ability to do it, it is truly enjoyable.
That sums up all the walks we have thus far. You may notice all of them are sort of circular or crescent type walk. It makes it easier instead of having 100 different routes just spanning off into the wilderness. It makes it easy if there's a sort of a constant in the equation, one might say. And that constant is this lovely little house with this little chimney that does not work.
Precisely. The final route we have planned, we will not show it in this video because it will take a while to do. We'll head up there and traverse through the meadow. It will be called Meadow Hike. It'll be going very far away. It'll be the longest route, probably 7 or 8 hours, and probably advanced as well. And you can probably see that in another video if we have time.
Yeah,
but anyway.
I'm just going to go up here and just show the meadow. So behind Timber Hill, so all of this wasn't original. We planted all these trees. So behind here is the meadow. You've got all these flowers. It's going to look brilliant with a path just spanning through and
weaving in and out.
Yeah, no, the terrain is brilliant for this. Obviously over there, the terrain is a bit crazy. That'd be a bit difficult to do. But no, I like Timber Hill. It's like it is just a sort of not too big of a hill, and there are loads of flat sections. There's a load of.
It's really nice. I mean, obviously you can see a lot of the forest we have changed. We've bow milled every bit of grass. We've planted hundreds of trees. We've spammed like thousands of flowers around here. We've spent a long time fixing the forest up so the whole forest feels very detailed and dense around the whole area, because most forests in Minecraft are quite sparse. So this whole area is really nice as you sort of weave in and out the trees of Timber Hill. So hopefully, I'll take it over to Chris to do the outro.
Yeah, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. It has been absolutely a pleasure to record this section of the Orient Road. Obviously the Orient Road starts down there. It's going to cut through Timber Hill at some point.
Does it?
It
I
might
thought it goes
do.
behind.
Actually, it might do. Fine. We're improving the Skyway in that case. We're improving all these different stations. We did obviously Canal Village first, now we're in Timber Hill. Next up, we've probably got something down there that's too far to see.
It's the Great Plains.
It is the Great Plains, which looks horrific. So that'll probably be the next big project. Yeah. Right. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one with a banging new episode on the Greek island. Catch you then.
Have a great new year, guys. Christmas is unfortunately over. We're recording this on Boxing Day. Anyway, adios.
Alright, bye.